I can't see it. I don't know if my eyebrow should be covered by the bandana or like one eyebrow, like Ben. Like Ben has one eyebrow covered.
Should we just cover one eyebrow?
That's what Ben does.
Okay.
That's so stupid. Ben, this is stupid.
Ben, you owe me $20. I just cut up a fucking shirt.
Yeah, Ben. I had to cut up.
What do you own? Because it's not worth $20 fucking if it was a quarter t-shirt.
All right. This is
It goes like this. He goes, "Do you have a black bandana?" I go, "No, give me 5 minutes. I can make one."
This is the bandana episode. All right. So Ben's connection is probably going to go in and out throughout this whole podcast. So me and Guy are going to pretty much run the show.
Let's go.
Are you at your mom's house or something, Guy? Because it says Joanne, Sister Nina.
Yeah, because because my floors are getting redone in my house. So I had to move out for like 2 weeks until my floors get redone. So I put my mom to work. She's making biscottis in the kitchen.
Nice. So, hey, listen, I want to ask you guys something. I just saw a thing on the news. Has America gone fucking crazy or what?
It's a fucking shit show.
Dude, I just saw that they pulled down the statue of Christopher Columbus last night or something like that. Or
yeah.
Last week? I don't know. Was it last week or last night?
They're doing everything. They took away Elmer Fudd's gun. You're not allowed to have Confederate flags anymore in NASCAR.
Wait a minute. Before you go on. I agree with the Confederate flag thing.
Oh, no. I'm not saying I disagree or agree. I'm just letting you know things that have been going on.
No, but the Confederate flag thing to me. And,
I understand that.
And this is only from the outside looking in, right? I'm Canadian, so nobody get offended. But from the outside looking in, when I think of the Confederacy, I think they fought against the U.S. and the main purpose of the fight was to have slaves.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I understand the whole Confederate flag. I understand the whole taking down Confederate statues. I don't understand taking down
demonetizing like Arnold's statue, ripping down Columbus. Like, what is Elmer's flag? Like, they're starting to this was another thing. The whole Aunt Jemima thing. The crazy part is the lady that actually developed that. Her name was Aunt Jemima, and that picture on that syrup is an actual depiction of who she was. And they're saying that that's now racist, but that's who that's exactly who that picture is, an actual portrait of who Aunt Jemima was, who developed that syrup. So it doesn't even make sense to me.
1 second. I think we lost Ben.
Does that kid ever have a good connection?
He's getting it fixed today, actually.
What is it? Is it with like my parents live in the damn sticks. I thought I was going to have a problem getting fucking connection.
Yeah, it might just be me and you, buddy. I'm going to send him one more invite just in case he thinks he can make it work. But it doesn't look like it's going to work for him.
What happens if he turns off his internet and does it?
I don't know, man. So yeah, anyway, I don't understand the whole, like, okay, anybody who's ever done anything wrong in history is all of a sudden now eliminated. Yeah. Like Christopher Columbus, I'm assuming the reason that they're ripping down his statue is because of maybe all the Native Americans that were killed.
I was going to say that. Yeah, there had to be something with the Indians and their plantations and stuff like that.
Yeah, but then what are you going to do? The whole country doesn't exist.
But this is the problem, is that this is all, it's whether, there's good or bad things that have happened in history, and there's monuments for good. There's things that happen that we celebrate that are good, and there's bad things that have happened in history. Like, I'm a history major. So you're going to tell me that I all this shit in the history books now, it has to be rewritten because people have fucking, have high opinions, or they're self-entitled, or it's like, I remember back in the day, like, they were trying to take In God We Trust off the fucking dollar bill.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
Isn't it? Do you think, like, I think to myself, there are certain things that have to be in context. Like if somebody said something racist 30 years ago, right? Or 40 years ago, it doesn't mean it's right that they said it. But in that time period, something might have been acceptable, whereas now it's not. that person might have learned in his 40 years not to act like that anymore, not to say those things, but yet we still want to punish him for something he did in 1970.
Well, and then a lot of people are getting punished for something their grandparents did or their grandparents. It's like if just because people back in, you know, the 1860s or 19, you know, they were fighting for slavery, and like if somebody's grandmother's, grandfather's, son's brother's son, whatever, was a slave owner, that doesn't mean that one of their kids 10 generations down the line is a racist.
Yeah.
You know?
But even like, okay, look, and I don't know if I should say this, but I'm sure everybody has this in their family. My dad was 80 years old and he was racist. He just, but he didn't know, he wasn't racist. I shouldn't say he was racist, but sometimes he would say things that aren't really appropriate.
Yes.
And
I had a grandpa that was like that.
Yeah. And I'm like, that was the time period he grew up in. You know what I mean?
I know a lot of the older people that I know that have racial issues, like older, like I'm talking like got people in their 80s, like, you know, a lot of them, it has something to do with something in the, like they're all war vets.
Yeah.
A lot of the older folks that I know that are war vets still have that stigmatism, but they're 80 years old. You know, you're not going to change an 80-year-old man.
So I guess, okay, everybody knows that there's a lot of fucked up shit going on. I guess the answer is, the question I have is, where are all the normal people?
I don't know.
Because I feel like there's more people like me and you that are like, okay, listen, like, because my philosophy is, look, there's a certain period of thing, there's a certain amount of things that are wrong. Like I said, like the Confederate flag, like I agree with you. You say it's offensive to black people or whatever. I'm like, okay, you know what? I can understand that. But then if you start pushing it too far and you're like, Aunt Jemima's picture has to be removed.
Yeah.
And we have
Elmer Fudd's gun.
Yeah, like where does that line, like where does the line stop, and where are the normal people that agree with us?
Yeah, I mean, like, and my thing is this, and I'll incorporate everything in kind of Confederate flag, Elmer Fudd's gun, Aunt Jemima, the statues. Why is it all of a sudden all this stuff is a problem? Well, Elmer, nobody's ever mentioned the Confederate flag. I get it. I know that's been an issue. I've never heard anybody say a fucking thing about Elmer Fudd. I never heard a fucking thing said about Aunt Jemima. Like, there's a list of things. Never heard anybody complain about a statue of Christopher Columbus. Never heard anybody complain about the statue of Arnold. Like, there's just things that people are doing now and complaining about just to have something else to complain about. Well,
and that's the thing. I think it's like it's gone too far. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, okay, I think there's people that are really fucked up on the left and the right, or whatever you want to call it, right? I think the majority of people are somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, when you use the word racist, or you say something's racist, or there's a level where it's okay, and then they've taken it way past that. So the term racism actually gets dumbed down.
Yeah.
You're using it for everything now.
Yes.
You're like, everything's racist. Well, now I don't care what you say anymore, because you've just broad brushed the whole thing.
Exactly.
And there's no nuanced discussion about actual certain things. Like what's with Elmer Fudd's gun? What is that about?
Because supposedly Elmer Fudd was like a southern redneck guy with the gun shooting everything.
So
I don't know.
But he was shooting animals. Like, I don't.
I never seen him shoot a person. It was always hunting season.
I'm amazed that, but this is what I mean. Like, when you have people on your side, like I would be on your side, right?
Yeah.
George Floyd, I'm on your side. Big mistake. The guy should be in prison. Now you've taken it from George Floyd to Elmer Fudd. How am I supposed to still be on your side?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're like, how do you expect rational people to side with you when you've taken such an extreme approach?
So it's funny you said that, because I was doing a rant last night, and one of the things I said, and it had to do about things happening in New Jersey. It had nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. It had nothing to do with any of that stuff. And I said in the beginning of my video, I go, and if anybody comes on here and starts with the BLM or coming at me with racist shit or twisting my words, I said they're gonna be fucking blocked indefinitely. And I go, because if anybody asks what side I'm on, I said, as a human fucking being, if you don't know the difference between what's fucking right and what's wrong, then you have a fucking problem, because I'm on the side with the things that are fucking right. And if you as a human being can't decipher what is fucking morally right and what is morally wrong, then you're an asshole.
Yeah, but you can, okay, I agree with you. This is the thing. Everyone's going to look at something different, right?
Yeah, people are going to think some things are right and some things are wrong.
Somebody in the South, somebody that grew up in the South, maybe doesn't know the history of the Confederate flag or doesn't look at it the way it actually is supposed to be. They may look at it as
perceived.
Yeah, they may look at it as, this is my Southern heritage. This means I'm from the South, but they don't see it as a slavery flag.
Like Texas. Texas has, they always have their flag.
Yeah, but that's different. It's not, doesn't represent.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that to them it represents that. To people in the South, it might represent something different. It has nothing to do with racism.
No. But this is what I mean, though. This is what I'm saying. So let's say somebody in Texas or whatever Southern state says, I've heard this statement before, the Confederate flag is my heritage, because they see it as a Southern,
like the Italian flag is my heritage.
No, but they see the Confederate flag as Southern heritage. But
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is, the Confederate flag was part of a movement to keep slavery in a civil war where one side fought against the Americans.
Yes.
Okay, so if that's the actual thing, so somebody from the South might say, that's my heritage, it's no big deal. But when a black person sees it, they're like, yeah,
from the outside looking in.
Yeah, that's, well, my point is totally. So what I'm saying is those conversations need to happen.
Yes.
But then when someone goes, Elmer Fudd's gun is offensive, I'm like, now you're being too fucking sensitive. I can't feel that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it's every single thing is turning into an issue.
And how does the Aunt Jemima thing work if that's what the person looked like and that was her name?
I have no. My buddy told me about it, and I actually looked it up, and that she was the one that was her. That's an actual depiction of a picture of her, and her name was actually Aunt Jemima. Like, she was an Aunt Jemima, and I don't know what her last name was, but
okay.
And people are in fucking. What about Uncle Ben's rice?
Did Uncle Ben actually look like that, though?
That I don't know, but I'm just saying it's called Uncle Ben's rice, and it's got a picture of a guy on it.
Yeah, but isn't Uncle Ben? Doesn't he kind of look like a? And I'm probably gonna get roasted for this.
He's like a black.
Doesn't he look like a black? Guy? Doesn't he look like a black butler? Like, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of offensive, I guess. You could be like,
yeah. My question is if what? Okay, what there are white people on packages. There are black people on packages, and like there's people that have their own faces on their products. Why is it racist if there's a guy called Uncle Ben or Aunt Jemima on a syrup?
Wait.
When there's white people on other products.
Okay, wait. I have a question. So, Aunt Jemima looks like a black woman with like the head wrap or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, doesn't it kind of look like she's, the maid of the house? I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Okay, but I know a lot of people that wear those every single day.
No, but I'm saying, like, okay, what is the white equivalent of Aunt Jemima? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, like
if you look at if you look at Wendy's, it's like this cute little girl with like
a little white leprechaun on it. I'm not offended.
Yeah, but he's like boxing and shit. No, isn't he like boxing?
Yeah, but that's it. You can't break it. It is what it is. The leprechaun's white. Aunt Jemima was black. Like I mean, like, what about Wheaties? Look at all the times Wheaties had white and black athletes on the cup. Like, that defense to me, I don't care what anybody says. I will fight that till tooth and nail.
Yeah,
because look at Wheaties. Wheaties had Michael Jordan on the cover.
But that's not the symbol of the cereal. That's different.
But
we're talking about a symbol.
But if Aunt Jemima was the actual person that made the syrup and developed that ingredient profile or whatever, how is that a problem?
Well,
now, if it's not her and it's just a random picture of a black lady with the towel on the head, then I could understand it. But per what I was told in the research, that's an actual depiction of who she was.
Is there a white person on
isn't that doing her a justice to keep her picture on?
You cut out for a second, but one sec. So I have a question. So Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben both kind of look like service people.
So that's the first time that even popped in my head. So I guess maybe that's why.
Well, I'm trying to look at it like somebody who's offended, right?
Yeah.
So let me
I know, I'm trying to think of other, like, I'm trying to think of things in my head, like products. So like,
okay, wait. So this is bad. This is bad, dude. There's always racism in this show. Okay, so this is Aunt Jemima. That looks like the maid. This doesn't.
Well,
this looks,
hold on. The delicious one is not what I was talking about. I'm talking about the motherfucking.
This isn't even Aunt Jemima. This is Aunt Jemima.
Yes.
But this is also Aunt Jemima. This one looks bad.
I've never seen that. I'm talking
like this.
about.
Like, look, is this Aunt Jemima? That's not good.
Listen. All I know.
And look at Uncle Ben. Look at Uncle Ben. He's a butler for sure.
But my question is, what is that the actual guy that came up with that rice?
Okay, wait a minute. Let's separate that.
Because maybe that's the picture that he wanted on the fucking product.
Okay, wait a minute.
Ever think of that?
If this is actually Aunt Jemima, then it's totally fine. But what I'm saying is, let's assume this isn't Uncle Ben. Is there a white?
Yeah, he looks like the butler from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's right. So black people be like, why is he a fucking butler? What's up with that? Listen,
okay, but that's like
before we go on, I want to say I'm only playing devil's advocate. I think this whole thing's stupid, but I'm just trying to picture from somebody who's fighting for this. So this person might be saying,
because he has a bow tie on. How do you like when I took fucking pictures in high school? I had to wear a fucking suit and a tie. So. Like, I don't know. To me, it's like, oh, maybe he just wanted to look fucking like a professional in the fucking picture. Like, I'm not looking at him going, dude. He's probably somebody's servant.
You ever see Django Unchained?
Django?
Yeah, the Django Unchained.
No,
with fucking Tarantino's movie. With, fuck, I got to pull it up now. Anyway, the butler is, I think Samuel L. Jackson plays the butler. And that's what he looks like.
Okay, but all I'm saying is you're saying that he looks like a butler because he's got a suit and a bow tie on, and I can name 50 other fucking events that people wear black suits and bow ties to.
Yeah, but that's a little ridiculous. One second. This podcast is getting.
We're fucked.
We're
pulled
fucked.
off of iTunes.
Yeah, we're fucked. We're gonna get destroyed. Okay, so this is Django Unchained. Look at Samuel L. Jackson's character. Right here.
Oh, yes, I've seen this.
It looks like Uncle Ben.
What? Okay.
He's the butler.
You're saying one black guy in a suit and a bow tie looks exactly like another older guy in a black suit and a bow tie.
But what I'm saying is it represents the butler. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to figure out why somebody
but hold on. When you look at that, so this is actually good. So when you see that, you think of him like a servant, like a butler, right?
Well, because that's what I've seen in movies, right? So
okay, so for me,
so look. This is his. This is his. This is Samuel L. Jackson in Django Unchained. He plays the butler. He's like the head servant. And then look at fucking Uncle Ben. It's exactly the same person. See? I'm not wrong.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, hold on, go back.
You're right. He could be a business owner going to a meeting. You're right.
Go back to Django.
Okay.
Throw a fucking black jacket on him and the motherfucker's getting married tomorrow.
I'm just telling you, this is what the complaint is probably. And I don't know for sure. I'm assuming this is
Uncle Ben's wasn't nobody said anything about the Aunt Jemima thing. Can you actually Google an actual depiction of Aunt Jemima? Like, what did Aunt Jemima actually, or was Aunt Jemima actually the person that developed
the real Aunt Jemima? That's her, I think.
Yeah. So my problem is this: if she made a multi-fucking-billion-dollar idea, put her name on the fucking product, what is the fucking problem?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Tell me what the problem is.
But there isn't. I'm saying to you, if this is the actual person, which it can't be. But maybe it is.
Dude, I'm telling you, she was an actual chef and she would cook. and she developed the serum. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, if this is an actual, oh wait, this is the real woman right here. Look at that. Looks a little different, no?
Well, she's had a fucking ball, you idiot. The picture they took of her, she's in the fucking kitchen. You think she's a chef? You think chefs look in the back looking like that?
I don't know. Rose Aunt Jemima Washington. Yeah. I mean, look, if that's her, I have no problem with it. Like I said, I have no problem with Uncle Ben either. I'm just saying, I'm trying to think from a crazy person's perspective.
I'm trying to understand, but Floyd, let me ask you a question.
This is
let's
bad.
Let's say you put your name on hostile products, right?
Yes.
Your face, because you develop them, right?
Yes.
And then something happens to you, God forbid. Is you being a white guy on your product considered racist because you're white?
No.
And you developed it?
I get it. I'm agreeing with you about the Aunt Jemima thing. If that's what she really looks like, then it makes absolutely zero sense. I can't make any sense of it at all.
I would be proud if that was my culture and somebody like that made a multi-billion-dollar product that's been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah, of course. So let me ask you. So let's switch gears a bit. Let me ask you this. So let's assume that most people agree with us that it's just gone too far.
Okay.
Why is nobody fucking standing up for the statue?
Because this is the problem, and this is why I didn't post my rant yesterday, is because the time that we are told to have a voice and speak up, just the minute we open our fucking mouths, we get chastised and destroyed. For every single person that has spoken up about BLM, about the riots, about the protests, about George Floyd, every single person has gotten their ass chewed out. And it doesn't matter because right now, everybody is focusing on the negative, and no matter what comes out of anybody's mouth, words are getting twisted into racial discussions and holy wars on fucking social media. And I think that's why you're not seeing so many other people open their mouths, because the few people, and I'm not even, I can name, there's professional football players that got chewed out, people in bodybuilding that got chewed out, there's political parties that have gotten chewed out. No matter what you say right now, you are wrong.
Yeah, but I can't. Maybe I'm.
And it's hard to bite your tongue because I want to speak my opinion. Well, because like I said, I'm on the side that for what I believe is right. Do I think what happened to George Floyd is right? No. I think somebody from his family should fucking take a knee on that cop's fucking neck until he can't breathe.
That's my point. Is why aren't people addressing the actual issues and addressing all these other things that? And I know what they think. They think, well, it's all part of the system, and the system's all wrong, and we just destroy the whole system. And I'm like, I don't think you need to destroy the whole system. I think you just need to fucking retrain the police.
Yeah, and they say that the police are bad. It's not bad police. It's bad people. And I'll say this, and I know I'll get fucking ripped apart for this, but this is a goddamn fact. And if anyone wants to come at me on my page, come at me, because I'll fight this tooth and nail. I do not agree what happened to George Floyd. I think it was disgusting. I think it was sickening. I couldn't even watch the fucking video. Yeah, that being said, the punishment did not fit the crime, not even close. Newton's third law, okay?
What do you mean? Wait a minute. Explain that.
Newton's third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
No. Explain why you don't think the punishment you don't think that the guy should have gone to jail?
No. I think he should have got to jail. I don't think he should have died.
No. Okay, explain, break that down.
Okay, I don't think that the punishment that George Floyd got.
Oh, of course.
Fit the crime he was committing.
Of course. He deserved a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he would have got arrested for using fake money or whatever it was, go to jail, get a fine, he's gone. Yeah. Him dying is the punishment. To me, that doesn't fit the crime.
Yeah.
Newton's third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction, okay? If the crime wasn't being committed, cops wouldn't have been called, that cop wouldn't be in jail, George Floyd wouldn't be dead. There is zero argument right there. Nobody can argue that. That is a fucking blatant fact.
Yeah.
That's where that cop's a jerk off.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, sometimes you can't always point like that guy was an asshole, and the cops that were standing there should be fucking arrested and tried and convicted for not helping out. But at the end of the day, we have to be realistic and go, when crimes are committed by any race, any color, and the cops are called, the reason the cops get called because a fucking crime is being committed. So if no crimes get committed, no cops get called. I don't know why that's a hard fucking mathematical equation for any people to understand.
Do you think sometimes I think, and I hate to do this whole because it's so cliche to do the social media thing, but I feel like because there's social media, we're less connected as a community. So I'm like, are people so self-centered? Because it seems like they can't put themselves in a position where they can see the other side. For example, like they're like, let's defund the police. But I'm like, if somebody was robbing your fucking house, you wouldn't be saying that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they have trouble understanding why they need the police, why they're important. Like all they see is like, I'm fine right now. Fuck, we don't need the police.
Yeah. There was a thing I was watching on TV last night that there was a white woman complaining because a black couple moved in next to her and they were doing renovations to the house. And the lady was like in their face, screaming at them, telling them they're not allowed to do that. And they're doing all the stuff to their property. And I'm looking at this lady on TV and I'm going, what a fucking white racist bitch.
Yeah.
You know? So like I am right and wrong. That's what I am.
Yeah,
I can see right and I can see wrong. And that's how I am. And if people don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. I don't want to make this whole thing political. I wanted to talk to somebody about it because I'm like, you know, you're American and I'm not. And I'm like, because I believe the majority of people are commonsensical. And I'm like, where are all the normal people that haven't stood up? Like, why was there nobody standing in front of that statue? Like when I watched the video of them pulling down the Columbus statue, there's nobody there except for the protesters. Where is the cops? Where is the people on the side of like?
Well, dude, all these cops want nothing to do with any of this shit anymore. There's cops retiring left and right, taking fucking all their vacation, sick leave, and retiring. You know how many cops are retiring in New York, Dallas, all over? Because right now it's like, I mean, look what's going on. I mean, there's shootings going on. Where is it? At where all the cops said, "Fuck this, I'm done."
Yeah.
What state was that?
Seattle.
Yeah.
So it's walked out of their precinct. Yeah.
Yeah, and then people are getting upset that shootings are happening. People are you guys don't want cops? Then wage war on yourselves and see what happens.
Yeah, and that's what I meant before by I don't think they understand how important it is until they need them.
Yes.
And then they're like,
absolutely.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, what's going on with you? What are you doing now? Are you training full speed? Are you getting ready for a show? What are you doing?
Training full speed. Still have the blood clot, so I'm off everything still. Which is weird because I'm taking Xarelto, and my mom was looking at it last night because she was looking it up because I can't keep fucking weight on me, and I'm eating like if you saw some of the shit I eat before I go to bed just to like hold my weight, it's disgusting.
Yeah. And
we were looking up like side effects of Xarelto last night, and one of the side effects is actually weight loss, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And I just can't keep my food on. But yeah, I'm due. So I came off all the PEDs, not on anything. And when I say I'm on nothing, I'm not one of those guys that go, yeah, I'm off, but I'm taking 500 mgs of test a week. I'm off. I'm on zero.
Yeah.
So I'll do that for a couple more weeks, and then I'll do like an 8-week run up until I start prepping for the Olympia. Well, I might even do longer because 8 weeks.
Oh, that's right. You're qualified for the Olympia.
Yeah, bitch.
Holy shit. You're getting ready for the Olympia?
Man, you know who I am?
I forgot. Was that from the Niagara Falls win, right?
Yep.
Good for you. So you got your year set. You're like getting ready for December.
Ready, rock and roll, man. I'm just waiting. It's more nerve wracking for me because I'm wondering like what the fuck's gonna happen.
What do you mean? Like with the show, are they gonna have it?
I have a really weird feeling that this show ain't gonna go on.
Well, I think it'll go on, but there won't be anybody in the audience.
Okay, hear me out. Right. There are states that the two main states that are hotspots are, I think Kansas was one of them. I think was Arizona one. I know Florida was one. Yes. Texas was one. So all these states are starting to spike again, right? Now, the Northeast, we haven't started to spike yet, but we were the fucking worst of the worst. Yeah. So if everything starts to spike, Governor Murphy opened 2 weeks ago, 25% capacity in indoor dining and all outside dining was allowed. He just mandated because of all the spikes going on. Yeah. He closed down all in-room dining again. No outside dining. Yeah. You're not allowed. The gyms are still closed. They just opened them. They're opening them on a Monday. Yeah. For personal training only. So you have to have a scheduled like
trainer with you.
Yeah, with you. And the gyms are only open select hours. So I have a feeling that all the states that are spiking, like for instance, I'm supposed to go to Gasp Sunday.
That's the right? Sunday?
Yeah, this Sunday. I'm supposed to go to Gasp in Dallas, Texas on Sunday. I'm living with my parents for 2 weeks while my floor is getting done. Yeah. So if I go to Texas, that's a hot spot. I have to quarantine myself for 14 fucking days when I get back, and I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like I don't think and I don't think a lot of the hotels are going to be fully open. I don't know how they're going to allow people in. You've been on a bodybuilding stage. You're telling me you can go through 4 quarter turns, 8 mandatory poses like this when you can barely fucking breathe as is? Because, dude, I can't. I put that thing on in the store after 5 minutes. I want to have a fucking heart attack.
I know. I'm the same way. I know.
So I don't know how it's going to happen unless they're maybe competitors. But I've been seeing people competing with fucking masks on.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know if it's going to actually is going to happen, and that's why I'm kind of like waiting in the back to kind of see, because you know they're at some point going to give like the go ahead.
Yeah.
Because they said the tickets are on sale, which is fine. Because I think even if people buy tickets and it doesn't happen, I think they're going to allow them to use those tickets for 2021. I don't think they're going to be able to fuck anybody like that. But yeah, I do not. Everybody I talk to goes, I don't know.
Yeah, but you got to get ready for it the same way you.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. When day one of prep starts,
That's the shitty. That's the shitty thing, though, is you're going to put in all that money and time, and if it doesn't happen, you're just shit out of luck.
Yeah, and it's a lot of, and people don't understand that prepping for a show is a lot of it. It takes every show we do takes life out of us.
Yeah, 100%. I'm 15 weeks out. 15 weeks out tomorrow. No, Saturday. 15 weeks out Saturday.
Which one are you doing?
Or am I 14? I think I'm 14 weeks. No, 14 weeks out Saturday.
Which one?
Boston.
I've been seeing your pictures. The pictures you post are real time.
Some of them,
when
yeah.
You post the pictures of like hands clasping with muscle.
Yeah. That's the only
fucking awesome.
That's the only pose that looks good. That's why I post that one.
Well, you ever notice I very rarely post a front double bicep because I get killed in that shot.
No, I don't know if I'm going to compete, man. We'll see, because it's weird. Like, I don't know if my body's. I posted some photos from like last May, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back to that look, because I don't know if it's the time off.
Bro, you can, because I might not have looked exactly the same, but I think I looked my all-time best at Tampa. But the day of the show was a nightmare. But the pictures, the Wednesday before, I was untouchable. So you can, after what I went through, I don't think you're gonna.
No. But it's not a matter of going through it. Like, the thing is, it's a perfect storm of shit for me, because it's not just the tricep tear. It's also I'm 41 now, so it's like things get a little harder to. Back.
Body fat gets a little more stubborn. Areas get a little weird.
And
body parts start lagging a little bit.
Body parts don't look as round.
Yeah.
So we'll see. The last thing on earth I'm gonna do is force it and step on stage and embarrass myself.
I'll load you up with synthol before you go on stage.
I'll be nice and lumpy. Perfect.
Nice and round.
Is your mom in the room with you?
She's making biscottis.
Oh, well, I don't want to ask some of these questions with your mom there.
No, she's not. Look, you want me to show you around? I'm in the kitchen.
Okay.
She's nowhere to be found. I told her, I go, Mom, just letting you know, stay out of the kitchen, because we talk about a lot of fucked up stuff.
It's going to be gross.
I told her, I said, stay out of the kitchen.
Okay.
But if you watched my story on can you pull up Instagram on this?
1 second. Yeah. Give me a second.
You want to see how my mom is? Go to my Instagram story.
Oh, that's
she's like right there, dude.
You just walked in.
Here.
Get out of here. Click on my story. Can you hear sound with this or no?
Barely. I'll turn it up, but I don't think you're going to be able to hear it. Here, 1 second.
Then I'll play it. I can play it on my phone. Nope. Next one. Next slide. It's the last slide.
Your mom made you that, didn't she?
Yep.
Finally got some LEDs.
Next one. Oh, no. That was the one. Go back. The second to last one.
Your mom's making you cook. What is she making? Oh, she's actually making biscottis.
You got a real nice mouth, Mom. Hear what she said?
No.
Not as good as you.
She said, get the fuck out of my face. Here, hold on. You know what? It sounds better like this. Here, ready? Hold on.
Finally.
Ma, your internet sucks here. You know that?
Not as bad as Ben's. Jeez, Ben couldn't even come back.
It's lagging. It'll go. I hate these fucking phones.
No, it's not going to let us see.
I know. What the hell, Ma?
Yeah.
It's the thing. Well, I'll get it through. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I already warned her that if she comes in the kitchen, there's going to be some nasty talk. As long as it's not that mother-father one from a couple episodes ago, because then I would have to throw this iPad out the fucking window.
I'll leave those ones out. All right. Let's get into some of these questions. There's like 300 all of a sudden. Why do you think people overcomplicate diet and cardio?
Because they want to find an easier way to get it done rather than hard work.
I think it's because people are doing more marketing, and people are trying to find ways to make money. I think this is what I think. A lot of coaches, right? Coaches.
Oh, wait, sorry. Are we talking coaches or people?
No, but I'm saying it trickles down to people. So what happens is I think a lot of coaches, and I say that in quotes because some of them shouldn't be, go out and say things that are controversial or different or intricate or like, look at this exercise or this cardio, because they're trying to reinvent the wheel so that people will buy their programs or buy their coaching. And I think then that trickles down to all these new guys that will be like, well, coach so-and-so said to do it this way.
Yep.
Because doing it our way, like the bro science, is boring. I mean, if I just tell you to eat 6 meals a day and eat some chicken and rice and do 2 hours of cardio, you're going to be like, it's boring. There's nothing special and sexy there. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but the problem is there's nothing special about bodybuilding. That's the problem.
But that's what I think they're looking
and
for.
So then I agree with you. There's so many. If you guys are using a training method with an acronym, in my opinion, like I don't do a lot. I mean, I started incorporating more bands than ever just because of my shoulders and shit. But like I do what I've done and what I've always do, and I train heavy for 8 to 12 reps, pyramiding sets, and I always incorporate failures and drop sets. And I've trained heavy, and I do what I do, and that's what I've always done. And I don't believe in I'm not saying they don't work, but there's FST7, there's Y3T, there's Ben Pekulski has a training method. Chris Gethin has a training method. This one has a training method. My training method is going to the gym and lift heavy fucking weight and do it for reps with proper form, and it'll get the job done.
Well, it's like I think there's certain systems you can set up within what you're saying.
Yes.
Right. Like there's you can take.
Well, you can incorporate things.
Yeah, incorporate them. Yeah. But like I said, I think the main problem is coaches that are out there and they're trying to create something that's not there, just so they can sell more stuff. And then what happens? Of course. And then that trickles down to a whole bunch of people that start believing that it's these gimmicks that make your physique, and it's not.
Yeah, if you're a known coach, and then you come up with a training method, and then you have a sponsor and start promoting the product. Now you have clients you're making money off of. Now you're making money off them buying your ebooks or your training method. Then you're getting money off them pushing the supplement sponsors on you to use the product. So it's like it's a perfect storm.
You know what's crazy to me is after all this time and the diet fad's been around for so long, people just don't understand that it takes time.
Yeah.
They keep buying into the bullshit. Oh, you can do this in 30 days. You can do this in fucking 3 days. Like this is all you need to do for abs. It's like this 5-minute workout. And I'm like, they still haven't figured out that it just takes time.
Time and consistency.
Yeah. If there was one thing you could do that wasn't bodybuilding or related to it, what would it be?
I love music, man. I would be something in the music industry.
Can you play an instrument?
I actually, during the quarantine, I bought a guitar, and one of my doctor's son is phenomenal, Vince Safera. And I've been taking lessons. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I love music, man. Music. I love listening to my country music. I love jamming out.
You like country music? Yeah,
I'm a big country man. Yeah. Love it.
Anything else or just country?
When I'm in the gym, I listen to rap, but I don't, and people might even take offense to this. I don't listen to any new school rap because I hate it. I like old stuff, Luda, yeah. Eminem, Biggie, Pac, the Lox, but 50, The Game, Lloyd Banks.
But when you're hanging out at home, it's country.
When I'm home in my car, it's country no matter what. Yeah, I don't want to listen to anything else.
Is that normal for Italians?
I'm
being racist.
I don't know, but I was brought up in a very country household. Like if I actually, you want to laugh? So because people think that I lie. Let me just show you a little something. When you walk in my parents' house,
Holy shit.
that's that.
That's country.
And then, yeah. I'm showing my parents' bedroom.
Oh my god.
Okay. So then,
Oh my god.
so
You're a loser.
move, get out of my way.
You're a loser. You're a loser guy. Your mom called you a loser.
Hold on. There's a deer head there.
Oh my god.
There's a fish there. Oh,
They're country, all right.
hold on. I'll give you the last loop.
That has nothing to do with me. It's all your father.
Yeah, well. And then this is the downstairs. Look at this.
Wow. So many bucks. And fish. Holy shit.
Look, there's another.
I'm obviously assuming those are all real.
Yeah, at one point they were real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I grew up with like in the garage with my dad butchering deer.
Yeah.
And him listening to 8-tracks of like Kenny Rogers. Like that's just how I grew up. So
you're like a hardcore, like you're more hardcore American than you are Italian.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'd be racing cars.
Yeah, huh?
It's funny you said that because I love music too. I have a drum set that I suck horribly at that I can't seem to learn how to. I don't have the core. I think my hands are too big. I can't drum proper. I think I need to wait till I lose like.
I don't know. Craig Elias, you know who he is?
Yeah, but they learned what they were like Craig and
younger, yeah,
and Luke and like
yes.
and Dura. They all learned when they were smaller.
Yes.
I think it's a little bit harder to learn when you already weigh 300 pounds.
Yeah.
You're trying to move the drumsticks around like it's like an ape with a fucking.
Music to me was always like, no matter what kind of mood I'm in, if I'm in a bad mood, I can listen to like a good song and like.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
So I really love music.
Yeah, no, that's. I don't think I would do that for a living though. That'd just be for. That's just.
Think about it. Everybody listens to me. Everybody listens to me.
No, it's a cool thing. I'm just saying. For me, it's
speed.
Yeah, like man, I always wanted to.
You ever drive? But you ever go on bikes? Like you have a bike?
No.
Okay.
I always wanted one, but every time I almost got one like 3 years ago. I bought like the boots and I had the helmet and I went for the licensing and then it's really, really weird what happened. Honestly, it was like the week before I was supposed to get my test done and I had a bike picked out and everything. And there was a crash on the highway here and I saw it. Like I didn't see it happen, but I saw the aftermath. The bike was on the ground. Guy was like 100 yards away from the bike. I don't know if the guy died or didn't die, but it happened like the week before I was supposed to get the bike. And I was like, maybe because I'm a little bit nuts on the road. So I was like, maybe it's not a good idea. So I kind of backed out. I've been
the first person to 3 nasty motorcycle wrecks on highways and like stop my car, block traffic and like have seen blood and you have no idea what I've
body
seen.
Parts and shit. Yeah.
I've seen some nasty on 3 different occasions.
Yeah. I wanted to be I would have loved to be my parents are like, we're poor. We can't put you in a go-kart. Go fucking play soccer. So that was it. Okay, here's one for you, Guy.
Oh, why is it for me? Is it safe for Guy?
No.
Or you just don't want to answer it?
Would you eat a dog shit sandwich once a week if it gave you the physique of your dreams?
Load it up. Absolutely. I'll put some butter on it too.
You're not thinking clearly.
If I have the physique
you have dogs, right? So you see when they go take a dump outside.
Yes.
You got to pick it up with 2 slices of bread and eat it.
If I wouldn't have to take anything else and any other PEDs just to eat a dog shit sandwich and look jacked, I'll gag once a week. I'll fucking take that sandwich like Kobayashi. I'll squish that together, throw that in water, and fucking throw it right down my throat.
I don't think you're thinking clearly. You can't. You'd fucking throw up. You wouldn't get it down.
You didn't say I couldn't throw it back up.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I'll eat it and swallow it. What happens after it goes down my throat?
I don't think you're going to be able to, man. Listen, my dog's really, really, really fucking old, right? The other day he shit in the house and I was like, oh my God, this is fucking horrible. Cause he can't even like, honestly, so old, like he can't get up. And then I'm like, I had to clean it up, and I'm like, I almost barfed. I can't imagine.
I'm not talking like diarrhea. I'm just talking like a nice.
It wasn't diarrhea. It was a nice log. I think you're full of shit.
Well, wait, let me question. Do you rather take PEDs or the rest? If it meant PEDs, okay.
I like taking PEDs.
I know, but internally they're not the best for you.
I'm
not saying dog shit.
I'm pretty sure dog shit's not good for you either. And I think once a week a nice hot shit sandwich. And if you want the truth, having the physique of your dreams means you're going to be huge. That's actually worse for our bodies than the steroids.
Not if I got huge eating poop.
No, it doesn't matter. Being
Are you
big,
talking about like my heart health and like being
big. Like people always blame steroids for like when a guy dies and he's, like whoever it may be, right? Like I don't want to name any names, but ultimately the problem is that the guy weighs 300 pounds. Like let's just bring it up since we're talking about it. When we talk about Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Remember, like Dallas died because he took all these steroids. I'm like, yeah, indirectly you're right. But directly, the problem was that he weighed 330 pounds lean.
Yeah.
Your heart's not meant to pump blood to 330 pounds of muscle. So that's why it gave up on him. Like, I don't think it's actually from the steroids. It's indirectly from the steroids.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is if you eat the dog shit and you get to 250 pounds and you're jacked, you're still going to fucking have heart problems.
Yeah, but my idea.
You're going to have blood pressure. You're still going to have blood pressure problems. You're still going to.
I don't have blood pressure problems.
If you weighed 250 pounds and you're jacked at your height, you'd have blood pressure problems.
Yeah, but I who said at 250? Well, you said the physique of my dream.
What's the physique of your dreams then? You're going to be small?
No,
you're not going to be small.
If like you talk about bodybuilding, or just my physique of my dreams that I could have all the time.
Either or.
I would want to be 230 pounds and look like a couple, like maybe 5 weeks out all year. That would be great.
Yeah. Depends what era. If we're talking about while I'm bodybuilding, the physique of my dreams is like.
How did the dog shit turn into what era of bodybuilding we're referring to?
Well, I'm just saying, you have to say what the physique of your dreams is. Like, if I'm bodybuilding, I want to look like Ronnie Coleman.
Well, that's because the dog shit sandwich ain't going to fucking make me grow another foot.
Well, that's what it will do, though. That's the whole point.
Oh, so you're saying like I can grow and everything? Maybe
not height-wise. Let's keep the height.
Yes, I am sticking to my guns. You guys can find an emoji shit sandwich. That's fine. You can post it on every Ben Chow rack pull video because every motherfucker keeps posting below the knee guy.
Oh my god! See, they just bite onto that shit and they run with it. All right. After not being able to work out properly for 3 months due to COVID, is it better to go into a bulk or cut?
Bulk.
Well, I don't think either, really. I think you should just
bulk, like start like
a lean bulk, like eat, get back on an proper eating program, but don't eat like a fuck ton of food. Make sure it's all clean, right? Like you're not going to go into a massive surplus. You're just going to go.
No, I'm not going to go on a Fuad sweet tooth binge for fucking 3 months.
Don't do that. Without mentioning any names, what are some of the strangest techniques, eating habits, foods that you have ever seen other bodybuilders use or do?
I had a coach once. This is a coach, not a bodybuilder. A coach told me to do this. And I'll throw his name out because I still will say on record that he was the worst fucking coach known to man. He actually coached fucking Dallas McCarver. And I actually told Dallas McCarver the first time we sponsored by BSN and he was at my booth. I told him, I go, you need to drop that coach. Right. He was pro and he got sponsored by BSN. Yeah. I go, that guy sucks. And actually.
Who was it?
John Oriegan.
I think I've heard it. Is that the guy that put him on like a ton of gear?
He was like old guy, like glasses, gray hair, like wore overalls. Like he just sucked. He worked with me, PJ Braun, Jeff Long. He worked with a ton of guys.
Yeah.
So the first year I was working with him for a show, one of my meals was like, I don't know, 8 ounces of chicken, broccoli, and 2 rice cakes. And he goes, but I want you to take the 2 rice cakes, crumble them up and put them on, and crumple them up and put them on the broccoli. So for like 2 weeks, I was eating fucking 2 rice cakes, crumbling up, putting it on broccoli. And I was actually at my parents' house the day I called him. And I go, John, I have to ask you a question, man. I go, why are you having me crumble the rice cakes up and putting them on the broccoli? I go, it tastes like fucking shit. And the rice cakes get all soggy. I was like, what's the reason? Like, I didn't think he like was doing it just to do it. I thought there was an actual reasoning behind it. And he literally goes, "No, I just thought it would taste good." I'm like, "Are you fucking serious? For fucking a week, I'm crumbling rice cakes on broccoli because you thought it would fucking taste good?" Like a
That sounds like the most disgusting thing I've heard.
It was disgusting.
Why? Yeah, but okay. But on a side note, why would you do that?
Bro, I was fucking 21. I was like, it was my second show. I was like, this guy knows what he's talking about. It might have something to do with the molecular breakdown if I crumble it and fucking maybe it helps with digestion or like, I don't, you know?
It's like when I eat cherry tomatoes with my eggs and people are like, "Why are you eating the cherry tomatoes? Is that like a thing?" And I'm like, "No, I just like the taste of cherry tomatoes." It's
Yeah, they taste different. So tomatoes don't all taste the same.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, people think there's a reason for everything. I would have done the same thing at 21. I probably would have did exactly what he said.
Yeah. Because when you're young, you want to listen to your coach. You don't want to question him.
Well, because you don't know as much, so you think there's must be a I got you. Deserted island. You can have.
There we go.
I didn't make the questions up, man.
I know, but when you look down, I could watch your facial expressions. I already know this is going to be a left-handed fucking question.
Deserted island. You can have one animal, one tool, and a piece of workout equipment. What are they and why? I'm going to go with a dog. Yeah, I'm going to go with a dog, a hammer.
Well, okay, can I ask why a hammer?
Because I can use it as a weapon if I have to.
Okay, but a knife can help you cut down trees, cut down limbs, make things, make arrows, make things to kill fish, make spears.
See, this is why you're the hunter and I live in the city.
I'm just saying a hammer, what are you going to do, build a fucking log cabin? Like, I just don't understand.
Is there nails? Is there nails on this island?
Is it like the Thor hammer where you're just going to throw it and it's going to come back to you?
Okay, I was a little off on that one. Maybe a knife. Okay, maybe a Swiss Army knife. Okay, I'm not a fucking outdoors
I'll take
guy.
a hammer, no nails, just a hammer. No wood, I just want a hammer. I'm going to be on an island with my dog just hammering shit.
Oh, fuck. Listen, this is how you can tell I've never fucking gone into the wilderness.
You could probably have a knife, cut a tree limb, find a rock, somehow create like a little, like get some twine and actually make a hammer with your, like.
Use the rock as the hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the third, and what was the piece of equipment?
I'd go with
funny that you just pulled it down over your eyebrow.
It wasn't right. I gotta fix it. I'd probably go with Smith machine.
Yeah, because you do everything with it.
Yeah, I can do barbell rows. I can squat. I can bench press. I can do shoulder press. The only thing I can't do is fucking arms. And even then, I can do close grip bench.
Well, you can kind of do. You can do drag curls with the fucking.
And I can do drag. I can do drag curls. Yeah, I would take a Smith machine.
Yeah, So I would get. Obviously, I would say my.
I wish you answered first because I want to know what your
okay.
piece of equipment.
I would get a probably like a Brittany Spaniel specific because that's a hunting dog.
I didn't know we were getting that specific.
Well, you said what would I have? I can't pick one of my dogs because I love them both. So they would both have to come or both have to stay. I would never take one away from the other one. So I would get a hunting dog. I would have a machete, and I would either have a Smith machine or one of those universal cable machines with all the attachments, because then you can do like chest flies, chest presses, shoulder presses.
Yeah. Okay. Hammer though. A hammer would have helped me a lot.
Yeah, you're. Hold on. God forbid my parents answer the fucking phone. Jesus Christ.
Roast me. Let's see who this person is. This person wants to be roasted. I said we would stop.
So Jose actually sent me somebody. I had a request to roast somebody.
Really?
Yeah, I had Jose Raymond. He goes, the guy's name is TAQI 900. And he commented on the thing, and he put hashtag roast me. And then Jose goes, he'll love it. And throwing a quick one at the Chinese girl too. She's been begging for it. I said, oh, we did it. Didn't we do her already? He goes, no, You guys felt bad.
Well, yeah, we did like halfway.
Apparently she's like, I never had, I've had a chick beg for a lot of things not to get me fun up.
I want to roast this guy, but I don't. It's like, is the roasting thing mean? I feel like it's too mean.
No, I just don't think we should be on it I don't think we should spend 10 minutes on each one. I think a good 2 to 5 minutes tearing these guys a new asshole and then on to the next one.
Well,
But it is funny.
I think
Just go to them. You don't
No,
have to do it. I'll do it.
I
I'll be
think
the asshole.
I think we should do the ones with exercises. They're funnier.
Do whatever you want. I'm just letting you know the guy that had a request from was Tacky, TAQI 900.
TAQI 900.
Yeah. He commented on your thing.
Oh fuck. No. He's like a dad. Let's move on.
He wants to be roasted and asked Jose to text me.
He wants to be roasted that bad that he asked Jose
Yes,
to test.
he actually asked Jose, and Jose sent me the screenshot and sent it to me.
These people are fucking crazy, man. All right, this is what we're looking at. This is tacky. Something racist immediately came to mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Can I ask?
No.
Who's the upper right hand corner picture of?
Where? This?
No, the first on his page. Yeah, what is that?
It's him. Oh, it's his dad. Don't make fun of his dad.
Oh no, okay, I didn't know who it was. I was making sure.
I mean, he needs a little bit of a pluck here, but
yeah, I mean, he's rocking the hottie chop on right there.
all right, look at this tiny little arms, 13 inches. He's
Wow!
Rocking the
His fucking bicep vein might actually be bigger than his bicep.
rocking the 13-inch biceps.
Wait! What was the quote? I love the quotes. What was the quote?
Reach high, but never reach the limit. Come on, man. Come on. You're a dad. Just be a dad. Don't be motivational. Way above your aim. Hashtag.
Don't stop. Stay above the game. Flies. Fitness. Chest day. Every day. Hustle.
Look at this one. He's serious here. This is a serious. He's like, I'm taking to my one.
I don't know. Do you think you'd have to be that serious before you bench 185?
He's like 135 pounds. I'm ready to go. Oh, it's
Can
185.
of
Sorry.
worms, and I am the early bird.
Oh fuck. He's on top of it.
What a fucking
Good guy. He's doing the dirty work. Look at this. He's not even sweating.
yo. He probably has fucking extra small elbow sleeves. Look at the size of those elbow sleeves. those look like my ankle socks.
Let's see what else we got here. Do we have any actual machine like
Look
exercises?
at that Gymshark. Oh wow.
Look at that back.
What is that? A whopping? What is that? 125?
It's a huge back. Too busy earning my stripes like tiger skin. Come on,
Is
man.
this real?
What are you
It's
doing?
on
You're
my Facebook page.
Wow. Ready for this?
yeah.
They got rid of the Indian on Land of Lakes.
Is
The
that
butter.
bad?
I
Is
don't
that-
know. I don't know who created it.
I didn't know Indians.
My mom just showed it to me. She's like, look at this.
Is that okay though?
I don't. Oh, he actually shout out to my cookie dealer
Wait,
on that guy's page. I just saw him.
Land O'Lakes butter.
Yep.
What's it look like?
It's got an Indian.
Oh,
See? See?
that's bad, dude.
Yeah, but okay. No. I agree. But what is the reasoning behind the original Land O'Lakes? Did it have something to do with Native American Indians? That's my thing.
Well, that's
If it-
that's irrelevant. Let me ask you this question. Let's say this had nothing to do with Indians at all in the beginning, and somebody put her on here. This native.
If somebody put
This
an
Native
Indian
woman.
on something,
I just want to know. I just want one question. Why is this offensive to a native?
you're asking me?
I don't
Yeah.
find it.
I don't know.
Like I personally don't find this like it's like this. If they created like a fucking macaroni and cheese and they put an Arab guy on it, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm
I mean,
offended.
there's Italian tomato sauces with fucking guys' faces on it. Like, so
But I think you know what I think they're offended of. If I had to guess, it's the way they're portraying the native woman. She's not. You know, it's like if they posted like an Arabic guy and he had like the head wrap and everything on, and then I would be like, but I don't wear that. I look like a normal person. Why can't they just put a normal girl on there instead of making this?
I think that because if it has something to do with the Land O'Lakes butter where it was made on an Indian preserve or Indian reservation, then maybe that's their way of, maybe that's the culture that specific entity, like that's how they look. You know?
Land O'Lakes origin
Yeah.
was founded on July 8th, 1921 in St. Paul, Minnesota by representatives from 320 cooperative creameries as the Minnesota Cooperative Creameries Association. The organization aimed at improved marketing and quality of the butter, thus increasing profitability and dairying. Doesn't say anything. It says by 300.
You should be like, what's the importance of the Indian on Land O'Lakes?
Land O'Lakes butter, native woman importance or relevance. I should probably right. Wait. Oh, this is
No. Why is there an Indian on the Land O'Lakes butter? People also asked. It was right there. There we go.
Let me see here. Let me just, in a company statement released earlier this year, Land O'Lakes president and CEO Beth Ford described the move as realigning the company packaging to reflect the foundation and heart of our company culture, and nothing does that better than our farmer owners whose milk is used to produce Land O'Lakes dairy. Let me go back and see if that other question.
Go back and then see where it says people also. Yep.
Why is there? Okay, let me see this. Why is there an Indian on Land O'Lakes butter? Basically, it was giving the previous generation a sense of almost empowerment to see a native woman on a box of butter. It gave him a sense of cultural pride. He said, after seeing those posts, I said, that's right. That's why my dad created this image to begin with.
So
but it doesn't say it's a native person that started it. Let's do this. Who started? How about this? Let me go to relevance. Are we spending way too much time on this?
No, because I think this is shit that people want to fucking know about, because I do.
Land O'Lakes native woman relevance. The Native American woman who's graced the packaging of Land O'Lakes butter, cheese, and other products since the late 1920s has quietly disappeared. As a farmer-owned co-op, we strongly feel the need to better connect with the men and women who grow our food, with those who consume it.
That's just talking about farmers.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't say why there's a woman there. Huh.
Here we go.
This guy says, I have mixed feelings about it. Robert Desjardins, Patrick's son and the artist and writer, told the Star Tribune from his home in Onamia, Minnesota. I'm sad to see it go, but I can understand why it's gone. We live in a politically correct time, so maybe it was just time to get rid of it. It certainly developed into a stereotype. I can't figure out why they put it there in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So if they just put it there just to put it there, then I agree it shouldn't be there.
But do you though? That was my original question. That was my original question to you. Is let's assume this was just put there, just for the fucking sake of it. They're like, you know,
then I do not agree with it.
But why is it offensive? Is what I'm asking.
It's not offensive to me. It's not offensive to you. It might be offensive to Native Americans.
But that's what I know. But that was my question. Is like if they created fucking Joe Blow's fucking pasta and they put like Chef Boyardee is like Italian as can be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't offend you though.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I
don't understand. It's the times we live in, bro. Everybody takes offense to everything. It's just how it is.
Yeah, man. It's really weird. Because if they made it to a product and they put an Arab guy with like a headdress on, I wouldn't be like, oh man, they're appropriating my culture. I would just be like, cool, whatever. They decided to use an Arab guy.
Well, it said when we originally read it that it gave the Indians a sense of cultural pride. So It sounded like they actually enjoyed it.
It had something to do with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to our regular programming. This guy, his daughter's really cute.
Hey, everybody, what is that? What kind of car is that?
It's got a pimped out BMW X6, looks like.
It looks like it's matte black. Pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got it wrapped.
And he's got a little American flag on his thing. Okay.
Maybe he needs another spoiler, though, because he's got one spoiler here and another spoiler here.
Yeah.
So
I know. Like, what
maybe
the fuck?
maybe put a third spoiler somewhere.
I know. Our aerodynamic. Are you trying to fly with that thing?
Wait, let's see. We got some exercises here. Let's see what he does. So machine squat, 5 plates. I'm gonna bet he doesn't break parallel.
I'm going to bet you he's going to do it how everybody else does it and sticks their ass completely out and doesn't even sit down like a normal squat.
Does he go to parallel?
Yeah.
No? Yes.
Not a chance. Well, we got the Cricket wireless phone.
Oh, 1/3 of the way down.
See, and see what he's doing?
All ass.
So for everybody that's watching, he's just dropping, he's pushing his ass back. His hips need to be rotated, and he needs to be sitting straight down. That is doing nothing for his quads.
Yeah, it's funny. One of the things people said about the roast is that they actually like it when we roast the exercises because they learn from them. I thought that was funny, but it's true.
So his hips need to be internally rotated forward, and he needs to be sitting down like he's sitting on a seat. All he's doing is letting his ass come back. It's all hams and glutes.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna shameless plug right here. If you go to my YouTube page, this video right here is actually the machine squat and how it's done.
Oh, there you go.
So this will show you exactly how to do it. But that's what he's doing wrong is, like Guy said, he's just pushing his ass back instead of sitting down. And he's definitely not going deep enough.
No.
So those are the two errors. Again with the monster arms. I was always scared to wear tank tops if I wasn't jacked.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Like when I was younger,
I mean, there's guys that walk around the gyms in tank tops that have boils of like pus-filled pimples, and they think and then they'll just lay on the machines. And I'm like,
I always wonder how they do that and they don't get self-conscious about it.
I don't know how they get fucking pussy.
You think there's any
Sorry,
way?
Mark.
You think there's any way I actually did this? Nine plates.
8. There's no way he went all the way down.
What's this? Some cable crossovers. All right, let's move on. This is.
Sorry, Dad. We love you.
Wait, I got to see this one. I got to see this one last night. Coming up easy with those hundreds. Let's see what he does. The spotter's ready. The spotter's nervous.
Spotter looks like he's ready to take off for a 40-yard dash.
The spotter's he's like, I got you. Oh, it's good. You got up easy. Halfway down. Beautiful.
And you know what I never understood? People that did those.
Oh, his arms are 90 degrees though. That's all right.
Yeah.
What don't you understand?
When I dumbbell press, right?
Yeah.
I press like this.
1 second. I'm gonna make you
down.
bigger. What do you do?
I go like this.
Yeah.
I never understood guys that go like this.
Oh, go
like they instead of pressing, they come out. Instead of coming down, they come out.
Well, I feel like when you come out, you probably think you're getting a better stretch, but you're also
killing your shoulders.
Yeah, you're putting a lot of stress on the fucking joint. Yeah. Okay. Best ways to prepare for a heavy session to minimize joint pain, especially in the elbow.
Warm up.
Tiger Balm.
Yeah, warm up. You rub a little BioFreeze Tiger Balm on it and put a fucking elbow cuff.
That's why people always ask me, like, why are you wearing elbow sleeves, right? Because I always wear those, like, they're not like compression sleeves.
You wear the gas ones. They're the orange ones.
The gas ones are compression. Those are for actually like a better supportive lift.
Yeah.
But I wear like thin cotton ones they're just stretchy ones. I wear them all the time.
Really?
Yeah. And people ask me why, but it's because I put Tiger Balm on my elbows and then I slide the sleeve over it to keep the joint warm.
What you gotta send me a link to those. I've never seen those.
Just get them at the dollar store. People ask me all the time, where'd you get your sleeves? I went to the dollar store and picked them up for like $3.
So they're just called elbow sleeves?
Yeah, you can get them at like any drugstore. Will probably have them.
I mean, I've heard of neoprene sleeves. Like when I played football, we wore those things that like started from here down.
Watch, I'll show you. Let me get rid of Django here.
We should start a fucking a bandana company or whatever these are called. You think people would buy this shit? I got so many old shirts. I feel like a fucking Ninja Turtle.
I thought about doing it for Hostile. He's doing a Hostile one. Okay, so it's these right here. These tensor sleeves. So these are like let me see, where can I these are like compression shit.
What about the ones on the top that were all different colors? Is that what you're talking about?
No, like where? Like this?
Yeah.
No, this is like your whole arm. I'm talking
that's what I'm used to for football when I played.
Let me see. It's more like this material. You know these tensors here?
Well, that's called an ace bandage.
Yeah, no, I know that, but it's like this material. You know that, like just stretchy, like
It
it's
stretches.
not,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like that material.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Go up.
Where?
Go up. That gray one all the way to the left. Is that?
Yeah,
it?
it's similar to that. Yeah, but that's a lot longer than mine. Mine are just like the elbow only.
Oh, okay.
I can't seem to fucking find one now. It's weird. I thought they'd be easy to find.
See, bitch.
I can't imagine.
Why is there a skateboard truck? Did you see the skateboard truck that just randomly appeared right there?
No, where?
That's a skateboarding truck.
Oh, this? Yeah.
Why is that there?
Here, let's do this. There we go. Right here. Bang.
Oh, okay. They're just called Tensor.
Well, Tensor's the brand. But they're
And,
just
and,
like,
and what size do you order?
this is actually neoprene. It's not. I wear I think I wear an XL or a 2XL. I don't remember.
All right, I just want to make sure I get the one bigger than yours. My arms are bigger than yours.
At the moment, everybody's arms are bigger than mine. But yeah. Anyway, it's like this shit. They're just like, it's just a regular like. This is actually exactly it.
Really?
Yeah. This like cotton like sleeve thing. This is it. It's a little bit. It keeps the joint warm.
Shutterstock.com. I'm writing it down.
Oh no, this is not. It's where you buy photos. Shutterstock is where you buy photos.
Oh.
I'm just trying to show you the thing. You can get them at like any pharmacy usually has them. Like
I'll go on Amazon later. I'm gonna show them to you. You just tell me if it's fucking.
maybe we should go to Amazon now and find them. Here, watch. Amazon elbow sleeves. Everybody asks me so much that this is probably a good idea.
That probably looks like them. Is it the black one?
No, these are neoprene.
No, to the left.
This
They
one?
look like they got that material.
Yeah, but this one's like, I don't know,
Big.
a fruity one.
I just like to point out how easy you said this was to find.
I thought it would.
I just want to let you know.
I thought it would be. I don't know. All these are neoprene.
I just say go to the dollar store. Amazon's like, fuck you.
Why are they showing me like women's clothing?
Was that? Wait. Hold on. Go down a little bit. I saw like some sex shit. What is that?
This? Yeah, wear that to the gym.
That's like dominatrix shit.
I don't know where okay, you know what? Just go to the dollar store. That's where I got mine. Or the pharmacy. Like if you go to like in Canada, if you go to like Shoppers Drug Mart these are them. Those are actually mine right there.
All right. Well, when we get off the phone, I want you to take a copy and paste that and send it to me.
Can't you just look it up? There's the name. Neotech Care Elbow.
You're a real fucking real.
Okay.
Real.
Well, that means I got to find it again on my phone.
Go back. I'll take a picture of it.
Here, wait. I'm not going to do that now.
I got it. Go.
Okay, good. Did you take a picture of it? Take a picture
Yeah,
of this.
I did. No, I didn't take a picture of the fucking weird guy with no abs and his nipples showing. and he's married.
When you train, would you rather always have to stop at 100 pounds or always have to do more than 400 pounds? I don't know if that makes sense.
I think he's asking us, would we rather like to push heavy weight or just stay at 100? I'd rather push heavy fucking weight all day, every day.
Yeah, but I can't bench more than 400 pounds. Not anymore.
I mean, I've done more than, I can do 4 or 5. Now, God.
I used to do 405 for reps. I don't think I can do 405 for reps anymore.
I'm just thinking like at my best, like would I rather do just hundreds or 4 or 5? And I'd say I'd rather do 400.
Yeah, but how could you do it without getting injured? You'd start with 400 pounds.
Wait, start. He said end. Would you rather start?
It says when you train, would you rather always have to stop at 100 pounds or always have to do more than 400 pounds? I guess
I would always want to do more than 400.
Okay. Another roast me. What is your opinion on Patrick Moore as a top competitor? Do you see him reaching the heights some say he's capable of?
His first Olympia, was it Olympia? Yes, his first Olympia. I thought he was one of the most underrated bodybuilders. I thought he looked great. Arnold Classic. Listen, I like Patrick. I think he's a great guy. He was off. We're all off at times. And that was his last showing. Do I think he has the tools? I think he has the tools to be a very, very, very good open bodybuilder.
Do you think very, very, very good open bodybuilder means Mr. Olympia?
Right now, no. In a couple years with doing the correct things and adding the right muscle in certain areas, yeah.
I think Patrick
There's a lot of teams. When I think of an Olympia competitor, I try to think of all the Mr. Olympias, not just like the Jays,
No,
the
I get it.
the Ronnies.
I get it.
So Patrick Moore so I think like the Dexter was Mr. Olympia. Does Patrick Moore have a very nice, pleasing, good physique, and if he came in shape, round muscle bellies, yeah. But he's not that big, and he came in, to me, a little smaller and flat at the Arnold. So it's like, until I really see him come and hit it 100%, I say he'd be a good open bodybuilder. To say he'd be Mr. Olympia right now, I would say right now, no. In the future, depending upon what he does and how his gains come, then I think anything's possible.
I think Patrick's a great guy. I've had him on the podcast. We have great conversation, and he's super nice. And I have to say all that. And people know I'm probably going to say something bad after that. It's not bad. My thing is he's 30.
See, I don't know his age.
I think he's like 36 or 37 or even maybe 38. I don't know.
Well, if he's getting into the game that late, then that might be a big problem.
But that's what I'm saying is he says he talks about himself like he's new blood. And I'm like, yeah, you're new blood in the sport.
You're new blood to the Sharks, but you're not new blood to the fucking,
Like you're not your body. It doesn't matter when you start bodybuilding. Your body's still going to stop growing at like.
Father time doesn't matter when you
It doesn't
start.
matter. It doesn't matter if you did your first show at 39. When
no.
When you're 45, you're probably, Dexter's an anomaly. He's not you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I see him being at the top. I see him potentially being in the top 6 one day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe top 8, but for him to become Mr. Olympia, I feel like he would have had to start earlier.
Yeah, I didn't know he was that. I thought he was actually a lot younger, believe it or not.
Was it your anxiety that made you the bodybuilder you are, or your passion for bodybuilding? Have you ever dealt with anxiety?
Yeah.
Like real anxiety, not like just being shy a little bit. Like, have you ever dealt with actual anxiety?
Yeah.
Do you think it helps us? Do you think it helps us with what we do? Because I had pretty bad anxiety for a little while.
No, I actually haven't really had anxiety up until the past fucking 2 years, to be honest with you. My anxiety was pretty good. I get anxiety. You're going to laugh because this is, I don't want to look at you when I say it. I get very, very bad anxiety when it comes to making decisions, and I'm afraid of what, like if I have options, same thing with like girlfriends. Like if I'm seeing a girl or like maybe not dating them, and then like, we break up, and then I start seeing another girl, and then like I'm like, I don't know what to do. Do I want to keep seeing this? Do I want to move on? But I miss my ex. And then it's like same thing with the sponsors. I have all these sponsor deals in front of me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to sit here and just not make a decision and just see what happens.
Do nothing.
Like, and it gives me fucking anxiety because I get anxiety. Like if I make this decision, is this person going to fucking be mad if I go with this person? Am I going to upset this group of people if I do this? Is this person going to get mad at me if I do it this way? So I start fucking, and then I just lose my fucking mind. Like
But is that? I don't know if that's.
It's definitely anxiety because my fucking heart starts to fucking pound when I start thinking about it, and I fucking start pacing, and I get like myself all worked up, and I literally just have to fucking like go for a drive or just get the fuck out because I'll end up like just freaking out.
Yeah.
I don't get anxiety in situations like you'll never find me outside or even if it's in an altercation.
Yeah.
Like anxiety. My anxiety is all fucking like with me.
Oh, okay. Because mine's different. Well, as I've gotten older,
like social.
Yeah, well, more social than anything, but it's gotten better as I've gotten older. Like I'm fine now. I think I've learned how to deal with it. But I talked about it on the podcast last week. Like there were periods of time when I would be like in the grocery store, in the line in the grocery store, and I'd have to get out of line and come back. Like I'd be in the line at the grocery store, and if somebody lined up behind me, I would feel like there's too many people around me. I would bail and come back to the line later.
So if you ever go out to eat with me, and I don't know if this is from like my bouncing days or whatever, but like whenever I go out to eat, like I've gotten in like arguments. I will not sit with my back facing the door. I will fight with anybody. I will not do it.
Why?
My back will never like
why?
When I'm at a restaurant, I have to see who's walking in because I bounced at a club which was not a good club for 4 years, and I was always used to having my back against the bar.
Yeah.
So because the place that it actually bounced with PJ, it was called Club 11.
Yeah.
And we bounced, but I was always like, we always had our areas. So my back was always to the bar. We got through a lot of fights and a lot of brawls.
Yeah.
So the one thing as a bouncer, the day one, they said, and whenever anything happens, make sure your back is against the wall or the bar. Don't ever let anybody. And that, you know, I got in a lot of fights, a lot of brawls in college.
It's funny you said that. When it comes to restaurants, because of my anxiety, I would have to find, when I would walk into a restaurant, I immediately knew where the bathrooms were and where the exit was. Not because I thought I was going to have to fight. It's because I was like, I knew I was going to have to get up from the table at some point and get away from whoever the fuck I was sitting with.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Like even my very first date with my wife, we went out, and this is how I knew she was going to be my wife. We go, and I had kind of told her about my anxiety a little bit. We go for dinner. We sit down at the table. We start eating, and I had a thing where I would sweat a lot. Like my heart would start to pound, and I would start sweating because I was so big.
That's exactly how my anxiety.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
So halfway through dinner, I'm like, she could see it. She's like, you look like you're kind of hot. I'm like, you mind if we go outside? It's fucking dead winter outside.
And you were probably like, oh.
She's like 120 pounds. It's dead winter. She's like, yeah, I'll go outside with you. So we leave our fucking dinner. I got a plate of pasta in front of me. She's got whatever she's eating. We leave our fucking dinner. We go outside. She's got her coat on. I'm standing there in a t-shirt. I'm like, I cool off. And she's like, are you okay now? I'm like, yeah, let's go back in. And then we go back in and finish our dinner. But it's like, no matter what restaurant I go to, whoever I'm with, I know where the fucking exit is and I know where the bathroom is. Because I might have to get up and go to the washroom and like wash my face.
Yeah.
And calm myself down, right?
Yeah.
So it's all better now. Like now I've learned to like, I think anxiety, a lot of it comes with like being comfortable in your own skin and knowing you're making proper decisions and like being comfortable with who you are.
So you just said proper decisions. Sometimes I never, that's my decision-making skills. Not saying I'm not saying I always make the right decision, but that's when I have like the Cheesecake Factory of decisions in front of me, I fucking just close off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then my heart starts fucking pounding. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do. 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 I don't know what to do.
Yeah. People ask me all the time, like, well, how you say you're better now. How'd you get better? Did you take medication? I don't think mine was ever bad enough. I mean, it sounds pretty shitty, but I never felt like it was bad enough for me to take medication. But the one,
you want to know what I did do? Ready for this?
Huh.
I think the reason why I couldn't hit my peak this year, and it took me a while to figure it out, because when I had the double shoulder surgery, I came back. I knew I didn't look the way I did prior. And it was because I rushed coming back from surgery, and then I rushed into a prep. And the 4 shows I did prior to Niagara Falls, when I was at the 4th show, which was Cali, Cutler was like, dude, he goes, you're getting in your fucking head. He goes, you're the reason why you're flattening out before you step on stage. He's like, because there's no way you should have lost the show. He's like, 2 days ago, you looked incredible.
Yeah.
He goes, so I called my doctor. And I go, Doc, listen, I need you to fucking get me an anti-anxiety med that doesn't affect your muscle. And he's like, what do you mean? I go, like things like Valium or Flexeril.
Lorazepam's good like that too.
Yeah.
Lorazepam's like a mild sedative, so it like calms you down.
Lorazepam, that's Valium.
Is that what it is?
Well, there's I
know it's like a tranquilizer of some sort, but like very, very mild. Like it'll just calm you down.
There's Valium, and then there's Xanax, and I would always take a little bit of Valium or Xanax on the night before I had to compete, just because if I don't sleep, I don't look good.
Yeah.
I have to sleep, right? So I called him, and he called me an anti-anxiety med, and it was weird because it said take every 4 hours for anxiety or itch, and I was like, or itch?
Was it related?
I was like, I have no idea. I'll send you a screenshot when I get home.
Yeah.
But I started popping 3 times a day on Wednesday, Thursday, and I really do. I think backstage before a bodybuilding show, some people are just relaxed and chill and can sleep. My anxiety is fucking up here, and I don't know why.
I'm like that too.
And I don't, because when I played football, I got the butterflies. I was ready to fucking go on the field. Like I couldn't get ready to rip somebody's fucking head off. And I'm backstage at a bodybuilding show, and I'm just like, how am I going to do? How am I going to do? How do I look? How do they look? And I'm just like, stop.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a little different than like a social anxiety, like having to leave a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's not tied to anything. Like the
No.
anxiety you're talking about is like more of a performance anxiety. You're
Well,
like,
yeah,
I gotta go.
yeah.
I gotta go on stage. It's gonna impact my life, and it starts to like really start to mess with your head.
Yep.
But it's performance based, whereas mine was just for fucking no reason. But I was gonna say the only way to combat that is the only way you get better is by doing the exact thing that's bothering you.
Yes.
So like going to restaurants used to bother me. Going to get my hair cut, I go to the barber, and as soon as she put the thing around my neck, I knew I was locked into that chair. That was it. I would start to sweat. So I got to know her, and eventually every time I walked in there, she put the fan on.
I got that too.
She put a fan on me. I'm like, okay, cool. She knows I have anxiety. I don't give a fuck anymore. So talking about it helped, and doing the exact things that bothered me, not letting myself ignore them, that helped. Those are the two things. Awesome. Yeah. Anyway, let's do a few more. Let's see. If you have Guy on again, this is for you. If you have Guy on again, what is with most big guys having small dogs? Guy has his pits, you have Kona, but seems everyone else is Yorkies and French bulldogs. Luke at least was honest about his with Wicket. What is it? What is the deal with the little dogs? I got a couple friends that are big guys that have little dogs.
I'm going to tell you this: every little dog that has ever encountered my pit bulls are and people might get mad. Every little dog that I've ever came encounter with my pit bulls, they bark, they're nasty, and they're the most little aggressive fucks I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's usually what little dogs are like.
And my pit bulls are huge and they scare people, but my pit bulls are the most loving dogs in the world.
Yeah.
And well, the reason why I have pit bulls, what my ex-wife, when we were married, she is allergic to a lot of dogs, and it had to do with the dander. So one of the dogs that she knew she really wasn't highly allergic to was a pit bull. So I did some research and I found a pit bull. And I got her from a breeder because I didn't know that much about pit bulls back then when I got Roxy. So I didn't want to get a pit bull as a rescue as my first pit bull because I didn't really know their demeanor yet.
Yeah.
And then I got her. I fell in love. It has nothing to do with the size of the dog with me.
But I think people are scared of the pit bull because if the little dog bites me as fucking hard as it can, it's going to leave some stitch marks maybe. But if the fucking pit bull does, he might rip my arm off.
Well, I have my pit bulls in my house. So if somebody does come in my house and they do bite somebody, they do rip their arm off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like if somebody ever breaks into my house, that's one of the reasons why I want to make sure that like my girl, Storm, she's protective of me and she's protective of Tank. Not meaning like people should be scared of her, but like Tank was sniffing around the other day and there was a fence and there was a small dog inside the fence and Tank went over the sniff because he loves playing with dogs. He's just a dopey boy. And the nasty dog in the thing, the dog had to be this big. And my Storm went fucking jolting over and pushed Tank out of the way. And I was like, and the lady goes, sorry, my dog's really aggressive. And I was like, shocker. The dog's 3 pounds.
Why do you think so many big dogs? Because I like big dogs. Like if I didn't, like Kona came to me because Summer had him. He's a chocolate lab if you didn't know.
Yeah.
But Summer already had him when we met. But I had a Rottweiler before that and a Pit Bull before that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know.
I don't get
the benefit of having a little dog. Yeah,
I don't either.
The only thing I could think is
traveling around with it.
Well, I thought maybe big guys like to be protective, so they grab the little dog because they can protect it and gives them the sense of like protection, like they're protecting the dog.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's the only thing I could think. I'm like,
I have no clue.
All right,
that's one for little dog owners to answer.
What's the hardest part in bodybuilding to deal with?
Relationships. Next.
Is it? My relationship's fine. Oh, speaking of relationships, why don't you tell everybody the story you told me?
Yeah, that's got to wait a little bit.
What's going on? Is she still around?
No.
Don't tell me she's still around.
No.
Okay, she's gone.
Yeah.
Is there a new one already?
No.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it alone.
That story will come in due time. There's a story that cannot be told right now.
You guys have to hear this fucking story. It's
because I know there's eyes on this podcast, and that is just
promise me that when you reveal the story, you'll do it on this podcast.
I will do it on the podcast, but I will not reveal a name. I can't.
You don't have to reveal the name. You don't have to reveal the name. Is that the hardest thing about bodybuilding, honestly?
For me,
you.
It's because dieting's not a problem, training's not a problem, traveling's not a problem, appearances aren't a problem. For some reason, since I've been a bodybuilder, my fucking love life is a fucking train wreck.
Yeah, it takes a really special kind of girl to take a back seat.
You know, and it's hard because it's like I know my flaws and I know my strong beats, and just like sometimes even when I know like it's just like this is who I am. Like I had a conversation with somebody last night and I was like, listen, no girl is going to tell me how to run my life. Like I'm 38 years old, I'm single. Yeah. Like a girlfriend's not going to dictate how I live my life. Like if I'm married and or engaged or somebody's living with me, then there's compromises to be had. But like I'm not going to be told you're not allowed to do that or you can't do this or no. Like no.
Yeah.
Like I don't do.
I think I got lucky with Summer because she has her own life. Like she has her own ambitions and shit. So she's not always looking for me to fucking entertain her and stuff. So when I'm bodybuilding, I can do what I got to do.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part is balance, which kind of goes into what
kind of is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The hardest thing is balance because if you're bodybuilding, if you took it to the level we're at, that means you obviously love it.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really hard. I mean, yeah, it's hard to diet. You know, you get hungry and shit, and sometimes but it's not hard. It's not hard. Like I hate this. I want to quit. It's just hard. Like, yeah, it kind of sucks. Like I wish I could eat a pizza, but it's not hard enough that it's a complaint. You know what I mean?
No. I think for us, it's not. I think for amateurs are worse than pros.
But what I'm saying is, if you got to this point, if you're asking me what the hardest part is for me, anything to do with bodybuilding is not hard. Like I want to, because it's obviously if I've done it this long, I love it. The hardest part is probably the exterior stuff, like you said, the relationships, finding time to make sure you have spend time with your friends, and like missing out on parties and like, you know, stuff like that sometimes could suck.
The hardest part for me is being with somebody who can't empathize with how you're feeling or what you're doing because they've never done it, and trying to explain how you feel when you're dieting. Like I'm a very high strung, upbeat guy. Yeah. When I get close to a show, I don't, my personality doesn't change, but I get a lot, my energy goes, and I get a lot more quieter. I don't say as much. And then it's like well, what's wrong? What did I do? Nothing. I'm good. Well, why aren't you talking to me? Because I just want to just chill. Well, what's the problem? There's not a fucking problem. Well, you're not talking to me. You're right. Because I'm not in the mood to talk today. Well, what's the problem? Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, what do you think that is though? Because you know, it's true. Like I'm the same way. Like the closer I get to show, every week I'll become more and more and more and more. It's like this solitude where I just don't want to talk. And I can't say
because you want to put every
ounce. I can't say just because I'm tired.
Energy into what you do. You want to save like for me, talking to people or being on the phone, or it's just like when I'm closer to a show and I'm starting to get tired, I need to reserve my energy for the gym.
What are we going to do with this podcast then in like 3 months when we're both dieting?
The podcast is good because I get to make fun of people, and that makes me happy.
We're going to have 15-minute podcasts. We're both going to be tired. Like, fuck this.
Who was going to be like, so what do you think about this? Don't care. What do you think about that? Whatever.
Exactly. That's what it's going to be like. All right, last one. Would you rather...
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Sleep with a motorcycle helmet on every night for the rest of your life, or...
I already know you can't do that with your fucking anxiety.
Well, wait a minute. You have to say the or have to shit yourself every time you ate food.
Sleep in a motorcycle helmet on.
Yeah, of course. Can I just leave the mask open? Or hey, it could be like with the Harley ones, like just the beanie.
I would get I would take a little plug and plug it into the helmet for the AC so my head's nice and cold when I sleep.
Yeah, or strap my CPAP machine to it. Let's go do a couple more. Let's just do one or two more.
Go ahead. I'll give a plug.
This is important. What are some of the things you guys do to make sure your kidneys stay healthy other than blood pressure? Well, blood pressure is the main one, no?
Yeah.
Is there anything
My
else that
blood
you do?
pressure is usually like 114 over 70.
I think blood pressure is the main one. I think the second one would be eating. I think, and this is probably is going to be a bro science thing, but I think overeating and binge eating, which will spike blood pressure, and also eating too much sugar.
Which
So-
I'm horrible at. So
I don't think, because what I've read is that, you know, obviously your kidneys are like a filter, like a coffee filter.
yeah, they clean out all the toxins.
That's right. And if you eat loads and loads of sugar, it kind of gets gunked up in that filter, I guess. So I know a lot of people say protein, but the more doctors I've talked to, because I talked to a lot of doctors recently because I had an acute spike in my kidney numbers. They're like, there's no evidence anywhere that says high levels of protein. Like that's an old school thought when people say like low protein, right?
Well, anybody that works out is going to have higher levels of kidney because your muscle tissue breaks down and it's broken down the
Your
same
CK
way you
levels.
break down everything else in your body. So your kidney, your kidney and liver enzymes, if you work out every day, or if you work out consistently and you work out hard, your kidney and liver are never going to be. They're always going to be slightly elevated,
Yeah.
slightly, not crazy, but they should be slightly elevated.
Yeah.
And that's
agree.
normal.
Agree. Let's see. Any advice on keeping? Oh no, let's skip that one. I've heard from numerous business owners that it's not wise to start a business with a family member or close friends because it affects your ability to make harsh but necessary business decisions. Not to mention, it also jeopardizes your relationships with these people. What are your thoughts on this since your own business with your wife and brother? You ever had business with your family?
My dad owns. We have a butchering. Every butchery season, we butcher. My parents' garage is a whole butcher shop,
But you.
and my dad owns his own hunting and fishing shop that I
But you
worked at
were-
for years.
But you worked for your dad. You weren't really partners. Have you
No.
ever had? So have you had a business where you had partners before?
Everything that I do right now is solely me.
I personally think. So I'm in business, like he said, with my sister and my brother. Or not.
I didn't know your brother. I didn't know your
Sorry.
brother was even.
My wife and my brother. My
Yeah.
brother. Is,
I mean, your brother. I didn't know your brother was. No clue.
my oldest brother owns like 5 businesses, but none of them are in the supplement industry. They're like textiles businesses and shit like that. And he saw an opportunity to invest with us, so he invested in the company.
Oh, cool.
He actually manages our finances, so he's like the CFO of the company. He manages he basically tells us like where we have money to spend, where we go. Yeah, like all that, all the numbers. It's all him. And then Summer is my wife. She does all the marketing. She's the head of marketing, and basically we make all the decisions of the company together. And it's contentious sometimes. Like we have like fights here and there, but like I think as long as you respect the people, like I respect that she has 15 years of like hard experience working with like Muscle Tech and other big companies and Evogen, and so she's got a ton of fucking experience, and she respects that I know what I'm doing on my end. I think as long as you respect the people you work with, you're okay. I think when you think you're smarter than the person, or you think the person's stupid, or you don't respect their opinion, then you're going to run into fucking problems.
Yeah, and I think also too, you have to learn to take, whether because it's from family or friends. A lot of time, it's worse to take constructive criticism from them than those types of people.
Yeah, like listen, we have debates about stuff all the time. So there's been one recently about distribution in different parts of the world, and we're like talking. I have an opinion, they have an opinion, but I have to respect their opinion because they are more numbers people and I'm more big picture person, right? So I'm like, let's do what you guys think is right, but this is my opinion.
Yeah.
And then that's where we leave it.
So it's like, take it into consideration. You don't have to follow it, but I just want to speak my opinion to you guys.
It's Seth told me once, because Seth has 3 partners, right? Seth is in business with him and 3 other guys.
Yeah.
And they told me when they were talking, I was talking to them about their business before I started mine, and they said, look, as long as everybody just maintains their role, everything's fine.
Yes. Stay in your lane.
When the numbers guy starts trying to be the creative guy, that's a problem. When the creative guy starts being the numbers guy, there's a fucking problem. So as long as people are allowed to lead,
stay in your lane.
That's right. Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah. Okay, last one. I'm just going to eeny, meeny, miny, mow it right here. That one sucks. What's the most enjoyable show you've competed in? Wait, no, I got a better one. The Mr. Olympia Well, the most enjoyable show for me is the Olympia. I don't know. You got a better one? Or the Arnold? The Arnold is pretty sweet too.
Olympia is good. I like the dramatics and all the stuff they do with the Arnold. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I would say Arnold and the Olympia, just because of the way the athletes are treated at those shows specifically. But I have to say, when I did Niagara Falls show, Bob Chick and with Mindy O'Brien, they did a fucking fantastic job.
Yeah.
So I was very.
No,
impressed
there's
with
good
that.
shows. Like I've done the Europa. I like the Europas and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
But
like,
nothing gives you the sense of entitlement as the Olympia and the Arnold.
well, it's not for me. It's not entitlement. It's like
Not entitlement. What's the word? I'm
it
looking
makes
for?
you feel like a professional because you're on this
makes
massive
you feel-
stage with like
Yes.
this massive like hoopla about it, and like the fucking auditorium's like packed, and
Yes.
it makes you feel like more of a professional than like some hall somewhere.
When I mean entitled, I mean like meaning like as a pro, like this is what I worked my ass for to
Yeah.
be here. So it's like now I'm here. You know.
Okay, this will be the last one. Top 3 favorite movies. I'm gonna start. Go ahead. What'd you say?
No. Go ahead. No,
you didn't say
no.
you didn't say Bad Boys, did you?
Bad Boys 1 is
No,
yeah.
are you serious?
Oh, absolutely.
It's so shit.
Are you fucking serious?
It's like fast food.
Bad Boys
it's like
1 is one of the fucking Bad Boys 1 and 2 are two of my favorite fucking movies of all time.
It's like fast food for movies.
You are so. Okay, what are you gonna say? The fucking Notebook?
No, I haven't seen it yet. This is Bad Boys 1. Are you serious?
Absolutely.
This is so cheese dick.
Okay, it's do me a favor. All right, we'll have the fans vote. Go to.
Okay, fine. Let's all have the fans vote. That's your first.
No.
pick.
Time out. I
Yeah.
want to do something. Hold on. But you think it's so bad? Go. Can you pull up a YouTube clip, or you can't hear it if you play it?
I'll try. Let's see.
Type in Bad Boys 1 Reggie.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, listen. You. Go ahead.
Which one? This one? Oh, the
Yeah,
kid
just
with the
click-
kid at the
you
front.
know what
I remember
Click it.
this part.
Click it. You don't laugh at this. You don't have a soul.
It's not that it's not funny.
Wait until scan till the guy comes to the door.
Oh, we die together. We ride together. Awesome.
No, asshole, right here.
This is so sensitive.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm ready.
This is your movie.
Think I'll make it? What? Think I'll make it? How old are you? I'm 15 this minute. Motherfucker, you look dirty.
It's a good movie. It's not in the top 10.
Bro, okay. I love. So, are you saying all time, or are you saying?
Well, yeah,
Like,
your
because
favorite, top 3 favorite movies. It could be of all time.
I'm putting Bad Boys 1 and 2 together as the same. So Bad Boys, I love. They're my favorite.
They're not
movies.
even in my top 10.
I want to hear your top one, or just give me one of them.
I'm going to show you the best movie of all time.
I'm gonna fucking throw up on myself.
No, you're not. You're gonna be like, holy shit, he's so right. Watch this.
Oh, is this Denzel Washington?
I work for at one of the biggest companies in New York City. He didn't own his own company. White man owned it, so they own him. Nobody owns me, though.
I love him. He's one of my favorite actors.
Bribery, extortion, integrity, hard work.
What a great movie.
Racketeering, and
That's when he like rebuilds the church and all that, right?
Yeah.
voices.
He plays
That's either one or two things.
what the fuck is Bugsy? Is it Bugsy? No.
Either you're somebody, or you ain't nobody.
Bumpy, that's it. Bumpy Johnson. He's Bumpy Johnson's bodyguard.
Oh, dude, this is a great fucking movie.
Dude, it's an amazing movie. It's my top 1 favorite movies of all time.
See, I like.
And
don't know.
I can probably say Denzel Washington is in like 3 of my top 10. Here, I'll give you another one. Here, watch. I'll blow your mind.
Denzel Washington Will Smith and Mark Wahlberg are 3, and Tom Hanks are 4.
I cannot believe you said Denzel Washington and Will Smith in the same sentence.
Bro, they're both.
What? They're both black? Is that what you're gonna say?
No, I said they're both good actors, man.
Oh, your thing cut out.
Oh, I'm like, they're both black. I was like,
Here,
what kind
watch.
of comparison's that?
Watch. This is in my top 10. I'm not saying this is number 2, but this is in my top 10.
Yeah, oh, a great movie.
Is it sharing my whole screen or my?
You drop that ball, I'll break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts.
Dude, you're a football player. You should know.
Yes, but better movie than that. I love Remember the Titans.
What is such?
Wanna know-
You're gonna say Friday Night Lights? Don't say Friday.
Nope, I'm going to say The Program.
Oh, that's a good movie.
The Program is my favorite football movie of all times.
I could put that in my top 10 for sheer entertainment.
Some people don't even they never even heard of it.
It's because it's so old.
It's fucking great movie.
It is very, very good. Oh, there's a good one. This is probably one of my top for comedies. What's the one? What's this one?
Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder. Oh my God.
Where it goes, you never go full retard?
You can't say that anymore, guy.
I'm quoting a fucking movie line. I can say whatever the fuck I want. It's in the goddamn movie.
It's such a good fucking movie. Anyway, you're gonna watch it. You're way off with Bad Boys, dude.
Dude, no way.
Think about all the fucking movies. Gladiator.
I like, you know me. I like to laugh. Like all the Gladiator. I love all these movies.
Yeah.
Gladiator, Troy, Remember the Titans.
How does Bad Boys even compare?
Mom, what's your favorite movie of all time?
If we're gonna talk comedies, check this
Hold
out.
on. What's your favorite movie of all time?
American Gangster.
I'm talking a fucking movie, Ma.
Legends of the Fall.
Legends of the Fall. What is that from 1942?
That's a good movie. I agree with your mom on that one.
The Original Beaches.
Original Beaches.
No, that's not good.
None of that remake shit.
One more.
A Star is Born.
A Star is Born. My mom said. Who's a semi-pro? This is the basketball movie.
Dude, you know how many times I've
So hear me out. Will Smith, I like.
Yeah.
But he's almost like a Ben Stiller, and he plays the same kind of fucking role in every movie, and that I don't like.
Listen to this. Listen. Dude, semi-pro. I gotta tell you a story. So, me and my wife, I think our second year we were together. I used to go see her. She lives in Toronto, and I live in Windsor, so I drive 3 hours. I would drive 3 hours to go see her.
Yeah.
And we were both broke. So she didn't have cable, but I had all these DVDs. I think I watched Semi-Pro like every fucking day.
I have Semi-Pro on DVD.
Oh my God, man. It's like
I like action and I like witty comedy, and I find Will Smith very, very witty and funny. And Martin Lawrence in them, he's such a pussy, and the way he acts is hysterical. Just do me a favor. Watch Bad Boys 1 and 2 today.
I watched number 3 like a month ago, I think.
Number 3 is the newest one. It was good, but it was nowhere near 1 and 2.
They're still not in my top
And then,
10.
like, listen, I love The Godfather, Scarface, Bronx Tale. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Anything with Richard Gere.
Richard Gere?
Anything with Richard Gere.
Anything with Richard Gere. Your mom's got a crush on Richard Gere.
I know. Don't tell Dad.
I hope your dad looks like him a little bit, maybe.
No.
No, not at all. Okay.
No. Not even close. And yeah, dude, I like those kinds of fucking. I'm trying to think of like The Program. I absolutely love.
I can't believe Bad Boys is the first thing that came out of your mouth.
Because if I'm watching TV and Bad Boys is on, no matter what I'm watching, that's what I'm doing.
Man.
Stop.
All right, it's okay. We're gonna go anyway. We've been on for a while. You're way off on the movie thing. You guys can leave your comments in the comment section. Let us know if he's crazy for saying Bad Boys 1. Because there's think of all the movies like True Romance, Reservoir Dogs. Like there's so many good movies, and you're like Bad Boys. It's like Bad Boys is like it's like the Domino's of pizza.
You're like the idiot of this podcast. You cannot. Bad Boys 1 is a fucking is a phenomenal movie.
It's literally the junk food of movies.
I want you to put up a fucking post, okay? I'm going to put one up too. But it has to be worded the same way. How are you going to say?
No, it's not a post. It's better if we do a poll on our
Oh,
stories.
a poll. That's what I meant. A poll.
So we'll just put a poll on the stories. We'll put American Gangster on one side, and we'll put
I'm not saying it's better than American Gangster because people like different things. I'm saying Bad Boys 1 it might not. I got a way to do it. But Bad Boys 1 is a phenomenal movie.
I got a way to do it. We'll put the screenshot of the trailer, the picture of Bad Boys 1, and the poll, and the question will be, is this in your top 3 movies of all time? And we'll see who says yes and no.
Yeah, but that's skewed. You're a little.
Why is it skewed? Why is it skewed?
How about this? Is Bad Boys? Would you consider Bad Boys 1 a phenomenal or a great movie?
No, that's not true. That's not what the question was. The question was, what's your favorite movie? And you said Bad Boys 1. You didn't say.
Yeah, but nobody's going to have the same top 3.
Yeah, but even if 50% agree with you.
How about this? Okay, no. Ask it like this. What would be in your top 3? Bad Boys 1, American Gangster, or both? That's the only fair way to do it.
That's not fucking fair. What are you talking about?
No, would you?
We're just disputing Bad Boys 1. So I think the question should just be:
Is Bad Boys 1 a great movie? Yes or no?
That's not true. You're scared.
I know you're going to fucking word it, and I'm going to get destroyed.
I'm wording it. I'm wording it.
Fine. Is Bad Boys 1 one of the top 3 movies of all time? I know I'm going to get destroyed, but I'm posting on my page too, and everybody can fuck themselves.
Okay, we'll say is Bad Boy. We won't say of all time. We'll just say is Bad Boys 1 one of your top 3 favorite movies?
Yes.
Okay, that's what we'll say. And I guarantee, what are we gonna do if you lose? I gotta get something out of this.
Well, it's not going to be one of would you rather. So you better say something.
All right. All right, Guy. Maybe we'll do this again next week.
I do it every day whenever you ask me.
Okay, brother. I appreciate you coming on, man. We had a good conversation for a couple hours. Hope you have a good day. Train hard.
Brother.
And we'll talk soon.
All right, Playboy.
All right, brother.
All right, guys.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.